Thank you for visiting our channel. Today I came out to review and also quick unbox this awesome looking Android box. This is called S5 Max. It's done by a company called SlingTV box. This is the Express 4K Plus box. I have to mention that if you are watching this on YouTube, this is going to be YouTube friendly. So remember to watch the full review that has different apps. Links are going to be available at the bottom of this video, except that you can catch it on our website. I do not want to forget, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, click the subscribe button. Make sure you share this with your friends and family. Click the notification icon, select all, in order to get notified once we have a new video out. On top of that, if you have a question, drop them at the bottom of the video. We'll have to help you out ASAP. And don't forget to click the like button. It really motivates us to make these type of videos quickly with a little more detail every time. In here are all the components that are part of the box. It comes with this user manual. Now it's really cool the way that they have placed everything together in this. Number one is exception clause and also caution and terms. Going into maintenance, also what is included in the package, which we're covering right now. How you're going to be connected, going to be in this video. Going next will be Ethernet when you're connecting, or wireless, which is going to be Wi-Fi. Going next will be uninstalling apps. Hopefully we will have all of this in this video, plus technical aspects. Going next will be features, what you should be expecting. And then the user guide to be online. Also how you're going to be able to connect with them if you have problem with the box. And that is about it. It also comes with an HDMI cable. Comes with a power connector. One side is USB type A to USB type C. And then the charging port itself that goes to the electricity, the USB type A. And this one is 5 volt 2 amps. And you can see the connector. And it does come with a patch cable. This is what it's called. On top of that, this is Cat 6A, which is really good. We'll get you about 10 gigabit out of this. It does come with a little IR remote. And this is how it looks. So the IR section is on the top. And then when you go to the front, you do have two functions. This is going to be for the box. And this one you can program, and it does not have the information. Hopefully it will be online on how you will be able to process this and make your TV, the IR section, if your TV have it, going to be able to process something like changing source, mute, volume down, volume up, and the power. But this one is for the box. Then you can see in the bottom you do have the media player buttons, which is going to be rewind and fast forward, and also change chapters. The TV button, VOD button, volume up and down. You also have the menu button, the settings button, navigation key with the OK in the middle. You also have the home button, return key, the numeric buttons. Now if you really pay attention in the bottom part of it, you do have the mouse button, which is going to be static mouse, and then the delete button. It's all going to be here. Now when you look around, this is how it's been designed. The IR section, which we already shown you, but in the back you have to open this part, which will take 2 AAA batteries not included in the box. And that's about it for the remote. Now comes the actual box itself. It's sitting inside of a little plastic so it doesn't get scratched up, but once you take it out, this is how it looks. It doesn't have any markings on the top. You know, when you go around it, doesn't have much markings around it too. So let's go through and check it out. So when you turn it on, you should see an LED in the front that will at least tell you that it's turned on. But once you go on one side of it, nothing on this side. Well, once you go to the back, you do see the power connection, which is USB type C. You have your LAN connection, also the HDMI, and then the AV section. This is how you will be able to connect it to older type of TV, but the adapter is not available. Going on this side, you have 2 USB 2.0 ports, a reset little hole. This way you can reset it if you ever wanted to go back to factory reset. Not recommended, but it is there. And also you have the TF card reader, which can read micro USBs. And then when you go to the bottom, you do have these big long things on the side. So this way when you put it on the ground, like this on the table, it doesn't move, but it does. So that means that if you have a heavy cable hooked up, it will be pulled. And then when you look closely, you do have holes for ventilation. You do have 2 little parts here and there. This one is for screws that you can hook up to the wall, and this way this will really set up on the wall behind your TV if you wish. And also you have more holes for ventilation. Now enough said about it, let's go ahead and connect it. So for CEC purposes, we always going to connect our HDMI wire first. Once it's done, then go ahead and connect the power. And then you will be able to see the light that changes from red to blue. That means it's turned on. So this is first time just booting into the box itself, and this is how it really looks. So at first you will be getting this logo, and then a little animation. Alright, so once you go in for the first time, this is what you should see. So on the top you do have Bluetooth, and then Wi-Fi is right over here, so I'm connected via Wi-Fi. Underneath of that you have some icons, something like Live TV, VOD, customer service. Yes, you can click on it and get some help, proper help. And you can use your phone in order to process this. You can scan it, and I am sure they can help you. But remember to have your MAC address or serial number ready in order for them to help you out. And then on top of that, you also have your browser. Right underneath of that, you have apps. When you can click, and these are the default apps that comes with it. I haven't installed anything yet, so that way we can go through this first. And then you do have the App Store. Now this part we will leave it alone, and if you are going to watch this as a full review, we will capture it, we will put it in for you. Except that underneath of that, you have bunch of empty, but you can add different apps into this. So let's just try one. So we will click, and then you can go through. So as an example, I want to just add YouTube. So you click on it and puts a little check mark, go back, then it adds it for you. That's how you're going to add an app. Now, if you want to go to the next one, you can add more, and that's how it goes. Now, underneath of that, you do have the settings, so you can go to it. You can set up your Wi-Fi, you also Bluetooth. Also, you can sign into your Google Play Store, and more apps and device preferences are all going to be underneath of this, which is really cool, so that way you can troubleshoot more if you need assistance. Next part is going to be a little folder. When you click on it, this is how you will be able to play some of your movies and also your pictures, music, and files, all going to be here. You can do it locally. You can also hook up a USB to it, you can process, and also if you have a network shared drive underneath of your same Wi-Fi that you connected to, or in this case LAN connection, you will be able to get access to that. Remember that if your access point where you're going to access something like laptop, your phone, if you set up a username password, yes, it's mandatory to enter. Just want to mention it right now. We will get out of it. The next part is going to be your speed test. This will go to your browser in order to process. So we will go to it right now. And then this way it will go to fast.com and get you your internet speed, on what speed you have at that moment you're processing it. You can see right now mine is going to almost 170 megabits per second. Now it's 180, 200. This is my Wi-Fi, by the way. And that's how many numbers I have for the meantime for my download speed. And that's about it. So we will get out of this. Now remember that we do have app for that we're going to test and we're going to talk about, so this is not it. Next part is going to be a little trash can. That means is if you want to get rid of some of the apps you want to uninstall, this is where you go to process it. Function is really cool too. You can set up some shortcuts for certain apps that you want to load, and once you use your remote and you have numeric buttons on it, when you press it, it will just launch that app for you. And the next part at the bottom will be the clear app. Now anything that you have running in the background, you can come here, click on it, and it will close that app, not delete, close that app, so that way you have more free memory so you can play your videos. Sometimes when you are going to play something like YouTube, or you have some USB hooked up and you want to play a video and it's going to be choppy since it is automatically connected to it, yes, it will become choppy since you have so many apps running in the background. Come here, click on this for a couple of seconds, let it clear, and this way you're going to be good. And now on the right hand side of it, you have the MAC address, which mine is blocked. And then you have the model number, so you can never make a mistake when you ask for support that which model you have. They will tell you on the bottom right hand side, you should see your model number. If you don't have it, they will think, or they will believe that you don't have the box or you're just playing around. Next part will be your date and time. If that is not correct, certain apps may not play on this box, so make sure that is correct too. In order to get assistance, you can ask. We will love to help you out on that, except that the place that you're going to ask for support, they can also help you out. This was the main launcher. Let's go next. Now the first app that we're going to launch will be YouTube. Now I have to mention that by default this is live, so yes, it has a different part to it. But let's just bring the volume down a little bit because we need to capture this with our voice, not with what's playing in the background. This way it is all good. So there you go. So right now, this is what you see. And once you go to the quality part, and that's the maximum that it will play as the 1080p. But in this case, this is going to go to 4K. If you want to see 2K is going to be 1440, and this is 1K and then 720p. So it is automatically playing it as 4K, which is really good. Now we're not done yet. Let's go a little bit geeky inside. So as you can see, this is 4K, but in 30 frames per second. And underneath of it, it says volume is 100%. Codec that they are using is VP9 and MP4A. And it is really cool. You can see above where it says view port, the frame drops is 0, but my capture card is 1080p. You can see that. And the frames that we're getting is 2760, which is really cool. And it's still going very strong. There's no stop to it. Underneath of it, the network is running properly. And on top of that, the buffer health is right. And it is live. Tendency is underneath of it, which is 27.19, and up and down a little bit. But except that it works perfectly. So this is playing 4K on this box. Pretty good, and we will get out of YouTube. The next thing we're going to test will be Geekbench. Now we have already processed the test. Let's go to it. And as you can see, for single core we received 112, and for multi-core we got 395. It's a good box. It has a really nice numbers to it. The next thing we're going to test will be AIDA64 or IDA64. Now as soon as it comes up, you can see on the top that the name is properly done and the model number is right. Manufacturer says Google. That's the only thing that I always worry about. Now I am sure that the developers that made this software for this box can see and fix it. Except that you can see the hardware right now, it's called SAN50i W9P1. But going down, you have 4GB of RAM and then the storage. Now you can see how much is available and how much is used. Now you have to remember that there are going to be partitioned in order for this to work. Something like the actual OS has a backup. That is going to be on a different section, and then the other part that has been partitioned is for apps that you installed and all the OS that is running and more. Except that you can see the Bluetooth on this says 4+. Now going under CPU itself, it is running all Winner H313 and 616. It is quad-core processor A55, and it is running on 1512 megahertz. It is a 64-bit ARM, but running on 32. There you go. These are the cores that are running and sleeping. The CPU utilization does not go over 24%, and then going down the rest of the information that you can see. The display on this, native resolution on this is 1080p. The graphics card on this is Mali G31. It is running on 60 Hz and landscape mode. The OpenGL on this to run games is 3.2. That means it should be very smooth. The Wi-Fi on this is 5G network. There you go. It says 5G is supported. Now going down under Android itself, it is running Android 12. You can see the whole terminal, something like the CPU, the DDR, which is going to be the RAM, the GPU on this, and also the regular terminal on this is all running under 75, which is really good. So it's not hot that I should be worried about. Now going under sensors, nothing there. But once you go to codecs, these are all the codecs that is compatible and running to make your video viewing and also streaming a breeze on this box itself. But you can see all of them that you require are all here. And that's about it for IDA64. So the next thing we're going to capture and cover will be videos. Let's see. And here you go. This is how it is. And when we bring up the volume, you can see that the volume is very loud. There's no stop to it while we are playing this, but I don't want to override our own voice to it. So yes, there's no pause to it, there's no little syllables missing, and also the voice is accurate to this. So this is good for 1080p. Now this, again, it's a little older video, but it's our stock video. You can see that there is little pauses, and then it just plays it nice and smooth. So there are some little birds that will fly right here, but the map is really big. You can see that if there's any kind of pauses that will show up, will be around here. But right now there's no pauses, and you can see that the sound is accurate and the birds just fly by. So again, 4K on this plays it flawlessly. Let's just bring it up. I have voice, but I have no picture. So that means 4K and 10-bit. There is no videos. So I'm just going to leave it at that. And this was our video. The next thing we will process will be the speed test. Now for that, we're going to use Analytics. Now this is really cool. Right now we're connected via LAN connection. So yes, there are certain parts on this that I'm going to blur out, but I'm just going to wait to see exactly what type of speed we're getting and how good this will run. Remember that I have a gigabit LAN connection and it is running gigabit properly. As you can see right now, I'm on 817 megabits per second, not megabyte, but megabit. And right now just going to the upload, which is running about 52 megabits. Again, it's really good numbers. And as you can see that it shows that I can even play 8K. This box cannot play 8K. Even if it says on the box, it is not going to play 8K. But the streaming or the speed of the internet can process it. Now, this was just the LAN connections. You will be able to see on the top that this is LAN connection. Now let's change that to Wi-Fi. And there you go. Once it connects, this is what you should. And now we will press home, go back to Analytics. And here you go. Now we're going to test the Wi-Fi to see exactly how good of a speed we're getting. So right now it's just going through download. Now you have to understand that where your router resides, the further you are, the slower the speed will be. And also how many signal bars you have for your Wi-Fi. You can see that on Wi-Fi, it is a little bit far. I am on a 3rd floor. This is in a basement. So yes, it will give you a lower number, but you can see my upload rate is really good. Now, if I have to test this one more time, and there you go, we're just trying it one more time. Let's see if it changes anything, but it depends when you're going to connect it to the internet, when you're going to be able to get better numbers. And also everything matters on when you are processing. So remember that we do have high peaks and also off peaks. And as you can see right now, it just went up for the second time testing to 58 megabits per second download and 50 for upload. So it's really good. You can see the difference on upload rate because we're capped, and also on download rate. So you can see that it does work for the strength of Wi-Fi to play 8K, but when you are trying to get a good quality, it doesn't. So the further Wi-Fi, the slower your connection. Always you have to know this. So make sure that you bring your router to the middle, and that way you get a better range all the way around. So mine is all the way in the basement, so I have to bring it to main floor. Then I am sure I will get a better number. But for meantime, your Wi-Fi do work properly, and also LAN connection is always going to blow this out of the water and it will work perfectly. But this was Analytics or speed test. All the links will be available at the bottom of this video where you can order one, except that this was our take. I hope you guys like our video. If you do like it, click the like button, subscribe button on the top, comment on the bottom. Always remember to visit our own website, which is exitex.info. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and other social networking places, and thank you.